Ready? 70, Indy.
Check in. It's got to be on.
Go.
It's got to be
Ready?
On first down, Thomas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Thomas. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The quarterback set by Myles Garrett. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Thomas. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
King. Hey, my 7.
Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
They run the counter. Swift. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Got it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set, ready. 60 or.
I'm coming.
Extra hit.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
King.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete it.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Army. Switch.
General West. Get it.
On second down now, Swift fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
From the gun on third down, Thomas looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 40.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They'll run on first down. Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie. Step.
Here's Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We got 4.
Now Thomas on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, But every now and then, you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Going to throw right side here, complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, his throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Exit. Hurry.
Here we go. 50.
Mayfield with it once more. Throws right side, and that's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
27 on the play. 1st down, Browns.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Get ready.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check 15. Check 15.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
64.
Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set. 20. Hurry.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set. 70. Indy. Hit it.
To throw is Thomas. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
You better be. Go. That's my touch.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
180.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and at the 48-yard line.
That's all right.
Real. 49. Hey, I'm 133.
They run it again with Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more right coming from.
Head. 180.
50's a month. 50's a month. Three buns. Watch the ship.
Watch the ship. Regular. Hey, Alpha.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
180. King. Hey, team 6. Hurry.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
61. Matchbox. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
We got 6.
Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 3. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Swift. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Thomas. And Adams has it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 36.
Thomas operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They run again on first down. Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Mayfield finding Beckham and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
50, Mike 50.
Watch out.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Get it.
2nd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Delta. 5.
Thomas now from the gun on third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey!
On 3rd down, Swift. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pilot, 64.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's get it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
80 weapons.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.